Same thing with these reporters. Y'all want to win? Y'all bring a winning mentality into this press conference, winning attitude, so we can all, permeate throughout the whole organization. Shout out to Coach Monken.
At you fast, a lot of things. It's like, okay, it's a win. That's how you view it.
What feels the most different for you out here in these first reps of this year's minicamp compared to your rookie year?
Well, honestly, I mean, I was in practice a little more, but nah. Honestly, it's just the vibe, the overall feeling just of the team. It's the overall feeling of the responsibility of our players. Like, there was one play, I threw Malachi a go ball and he slowed down. I said, "Hey," I gave him that look. I said, "Bro, we can't afford that, bro."
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Y'all going to see that when I post it, but you probably already seen it too. But SHEDEUR Sanders threw a go ball to a wide receiver out there. I think it was Corey, and he slowed down on the go route. Bro, you can't do that. And that's what SHEDEUR is saying right now. And this is year 2. So year 1, he probably wouldn't have said that to the wide receiver. Year 2, like he said, I'm looking at you like, bro, we can't be having that. Hell no. I got my number 2 back. This ain't 12. It's 2. Shit, if I'm throwing you the ball, it's yours. You better go get it, or it be an incomplete rather than an interception. What we doing? Shit, consistency wins. That's right, Debbie Garcia.
They can't afford that. So then you give guys chances and things go your way, things don't. But at the end of the day, y'all have a serious, deeper connection and then know, okay, now know what this showed me. So the next time he got there, he lined up one-on-one, then he was able to go get it. So it's just a responsibility that each and every one of us take, to hold each other accountable for everything. Even in the quarterback room, it's a great relationship in there. Nobody feels any type of way towards each other. We all focus on what we have to do as individuals to get better.
All right, that's the interception thrown by SHEDEUR Sanders. At least that's that's what it's going to go in the books for. But I want you guys to watch this, from the wide receiver perspective. And anybody who played wide receiver before or need the insight on this, if you're a wide receiver, your coach is going to get on you about this. There's no reason why you should be slowing down when you're running the go route. Watch the wide receiver right here at the bottom of the screen right here in your face. Bam. He gets to the top of the route and he slows down. What you doing? Don't you ever do that again, dog. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL or on any level, especially when the quarterback is throwing the ball to you, dog. You'll get your fired for that. You see that? Easy pick for the DB, and then the wide receiver didn't even go up for the ball to try to knock it away or to make the catch. There is no need. Like, that's why I used to say when I played, hey, man, listen, you throw the ball to me, it won't be an interception. I guarantee you that. Because when the ball is in the air and you're out of position, now you have to turn it to the DB. If you can't get it, you should be grabbing this DB by the helmet, the arm, or something. Get an offensive pass interference call before you allow it to be a turnover and an interception. That's wide receiver 101 when the ball is in the air. And one-on-one also is you don't stop. You don't slow down. Run your damn route. Little league stuff right here, dog. Come on, Corley. You way better than that. At least I think you're in the league. You got to this point. You should be way better than that. But that's why I say we got to target Jordan Tyson. We got to target Concepcion. You got to target Zach Branch. You got to target Lemon. You got to target Boston. Take out of those 6 receivers, you got to get at least 2 of them. I feel like you got to get at least 2 wide receivers that can go out there and make plays, because these, Madden rating 69 to 72 players are not it, dog. It's going to lead to more interceptions like that. They're going to have to invest in playmakers on the outside for their quarterbacks. Period. All day long, because if not, you're going to have stuff like this, because he had a whole year plus. And if that's not in your DNA to go up there and knock that ball away from the DB, if that's not in your DNA, your dog mentality to be like, if I'm not catching it, nobody's catching it. If I don't get it, no one can. That's what it should be, man. And especially at the wide receiver position, dog. So, and you saw what SHEDEUR Sanders said. He said, hey, I looked at him. I said, hey, we can't have that. Not this year. I got my number back. I'm throwing balls on point. You got to go get them now. Do your part. And I heard, you know what? Before I get up out of here, I got to say this. That's the thing about football. I can do everything right, and then my teammate can do everything wrong, and it's a negative play. Everybody has to be on the same page. I have to do right, and then they have to do right, and that can equal a positive play. You know, he has to run the right route. I have to drop back. The offensive line has to protect. I have to throw an accurate ball. He has to be in the right position and go up to get it. All these things have to happen in football to make a positive play. That's why it's the ultimate team game. That's why I love it. That's why I love it. But that's why SHEDEUR Sanders had to tell his wide receiver right now, we're not doing that, because that ball was right there on point. All you had to do was go high point it, as any wide receiver coach would tell you to do in the meeting room. All you had to do was go up there and high point that ball, and that's a different result right there. So let me know what y'all think. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. I've been on here 20 minutes longer than I thought I would. I just wanted to come on here, do the presser, give me some comments, but then you got haters in the chat that I got to respond to. And so I say, I'm going to stay on longer. So shout out to Taylor Made in the chat, Jeanette Fox in here, P Bates, Gingerbread, Anita Crumsey up in here, James Games 365, Reggio, Tony Talks, Valerie, did I say Debbie? For sure, Brian Johnson. With your legs. Appreciate y'all checking in for real though. Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all go to the website and get y'all some merch. That's unclechico.myshopify.com is now open, so you can go get you some. You understand me? Each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're live on the morning run. Y'all check us out, and we'll be back with more. Y'all make sure y'all become a member of the channel if you haven't already. What you waiting on? You missing out. You missing out. And don't get mad at me when you're missing out. Let's go.
Yeah, contenders ain't got no relation. So what you win if ain't no reparation? How much you spending on your preparation? I'm about them binges so the win and be the motivation. Determination is intention plus the willpower. Real power, pressure you should feel. Ours bills tower. Over us, I overcome. I'm overcomes. I need direct transactions. Don't wanna wait till you load the funds. You hold the funds and Joseph come promote the clerk, demote your son. I overthrow the CEO. I'm taking over some. The chosen one, you throw me one, you owe me two. You holding one, I'm holding you accountable. Act like you owe me one. Look, every lesson learned is a lesson taught. Every blessing earned is a blessing caught. Promise I'm meek and humble and grateful for every bit. The head is heavy, so your promise have a heavy fit. The Big Dog Chico Show. That sports talk. Scope up. Joe Flow.